wash your pot. Missy is like, yes, I was not gonna wash the pots. Whatever. Hi guys, it's your girl Chinwe and we are back on another episode of House Gist with Chinwe. Spill the tea. Guys, hey, this season truly, if you snooze, you lose. Yo, a lot has happened from Thursday up until today. Since the last time we spoke, where did we stop now? They were having their diary sessions and all of that. Well, guess what? Biggie said, I'm not done with you all. There's still more in store. So on Thursday, we had the arena games. Shout out to Big Brother and of course his creative games. The arena games saw Joanna emerging as winner amidst the 29 housemates. Can you beat that? Listen, Joanna. Well done, girl. You did that. Shortly after, Big Brother asked them to prepare for their pool party, and it was so much fun. We had Big Soso rocking the pool area. We had Coin, we had J. Special shout out to Kocho and Isabella. Listen, you guys, you ate up the Thursday night pool party. Like, shout out to 10 over 10 housemates. You all delivered on the pool party and the after pool party. You know what I mean when I say after pool party, right? Hey, wahala no dey finish. After pool party, we were out here enjoying and reliving the moments from the pool party. And boom, next thing you know, Otega and Denari, we started hearing their voice. How will you tell me you will not give me the chicken? How will you say you will not give me? I was able to. I mean, let's not kill the chicken. We won't kill since, you know. But alas, Big Brother gave them chicken to grill for their party out of his own free will, and chicken caused fight. Why? Otega says the housemates were busy partying during the pool party. He called for assistance. Nobody was willing to assist him. So he says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grill for me and my squad. Fair game now. Although, ordinarily, if you are grilling for the party, you grill for the house. And I feel like, I'm going to blame JCJ just a little bit there because I feel like he should have spoken to Otega and told him, you know what? If you're not going to grill for the entire house, please let me assign someone else to do the grill, just so they can avoid, the whole fracas that emerged afterwards. I beg. If everybody chooses to be objective, who gonna give us chaos now? And then the next thing, Daenerys says, oh, he gave him 2 pieces of chicken, but they were bones. And Otega is like, listen, I was not the one that cut the chicken. Like, I gave to you what I could give to you. You are in luck because I grilled for my guys, and you're not supposed to reach your hand like that. And then the boys went off. For some reason, Mensa finds a way to insert himself in the drama. Before you know what's happening, Thelma is telling Mensa, you are so lousy. Mensa, read the room. Justice for Mensa, lousy, keep it saying. So that drama happened. And the next thing we're saying, I don't know if it's the alcohol. There's always something about this Gordon's party. Once they shot that Gordon's like this or Guinness, things they happen. I don't know if it was alcohol, but the next thing, I'm seeing Sultana taking bread away from the kitchen, saying, hey, Cho, take it to your lounge. Victory is following up with the bread, asking them, are you going to return the bread? Many, many things just they happen at the same time. Next thing Missy comes downstairs to the kitchen to make herself something to eat, because apparently I don't think she got some chicken as well. And Rude Boy again. Rude Boy instantly comes to Missy and he's saying, listen, if you are going to make anything in this kitchen, you're going to wash your pot. Missy is like, yes, I was not going to wash the pots. Whatever. And boom, the next thing she lost me. She went full on Yoruba move. Look, listen, whichever way you choose to defend yourself, by all means, go ahead and defend yourself. After all, this is Big Brother's house. If they talk 1, you talk 10. Period. Missy and Rude Boy They get at it, they are fighting. Coin inserts himself in the drama. Coin becomes the focus and he starts to fight Imisi as well. Big brother had to step in, and all of that. I feel like it was building frustration because Pyro, Rude Boy was talking about him cleaning up after the other housemates. Nobody did their dishes, and I think he insinuated he cleaned up after Imisi. So when he saw her in the kitchen trying to make something to eat, the first thing he said is, if you're going to make something, clean up after yourself. I get it. And I totally understand Imisi having a problem with the tone. Like, I've not even made anything myself. I never even light gas. They tell me clean what, But yeah, shout out to the 10 over 10 squad. They delivered on the after party shenanigans. So Friday was their wager presentation, which was indeed an epic fail. Like I can't even start to say, like, they totally misunderstood the brief. Even when they were going by the concept that they thought was good enough as a presentation, it was shabby work. It's one thing to misunderstand your brief, but if you're going to do something according to your understanding, then put in the work and make sure you do something good. It was shabby work. Big brother was totally disappointed. In fact, he even had to cut them midway their presentation, and he tells them to proceed to the other phase he had planned out for them, which was the notes they had written, the masking phase. So apparently they had written notes earlier about themselves and submitted to Big Brother. So there were 29 notes. Each housemate was to pick one note each, read it out, and the house has to guess who the housemate was. Here comes Zita. Well, I kind of suspected Zita initially, but I didn't really. I'm like, have my eyes out for this girl. Let's see what she's up to. So they already knows, and everybody's trying to sell their market and say sweet things about themselves. And then we get to a note that says, I've been the one messing with your stuff. Good luck trying to figure out who that is. At first I struggle with understanding who could have been, the culprit. I thought Avata, I thought Doris, Damboskade, and I thought Zita. Now, here's my thought process. When, the housemates are gathered together, she's isolating. When the camera is on Zita, this baby is having a full-blown conversation with herself. So I'm like, what do you discuss with yourself the entire time you're talking to yourself? It's just her and her baby. She got a lot of nominations in the first nomination, which means she must have been doing something, a slight piece of here and there to the housemates, and of course they were going to clock her at some point. At that point, I was halfway convinced that Zita is the one up to this, because there is no way. She's the only person that has been able to fly under the radar and go unnoticed. They don't, let me not say they don't rate her, but she's not in any circle. She's not in a particular clique. In fact, you will see Damboski hanging with other housemates before you see Zita. So I felt, this baby is mysterious. And the note said snakes and chameleons. A chameleon changes colors. A chameleon can blend into, if I'm a chameleon right now, I'm wearing orange, I'm sitting on this couch and it's brown. I can blend into this couch and it looks brown and you don't know it's me until you give it a good look. So I just thought, the only person that fits that description is Zita. And I was hoping that the person comes clean to us in their diary session. And lo and behold, imagine, I was mind blown when Zita was like, I hope what I've been doing doesn't backfire. I'm being like, what have you been doing? And she goes, I've been the one messing with your stuff. Oh my God, that was such a high moment for me, because when you are almost sure it's this person doing something and then you confirm it's that person doing the thing, it's just, it was a moment for me. I'm all for bringing something new to the game, and I totally rate how she chooses to play the game. So long as she's not destroying anybody's property, you're not causing permanent damage to the housemates' properties, go off, girl. So yeah, Friday they lost their wager as they should. Jason J went straight to bed. Everybody's playing blame games here and there, but nobody's actually calling out the actual culprits that made them lose that wager. And I'm sure we all know who that culprit is, but don't be my mouth na go hear. I said that. Tell me in the comments who you feel made them lose their wager. Saturday, it's here. We're all anticipating the party, Saturday night party. Alas, Big Brother says it's time. And he said, these 10 over 10 housemates, we are looking super stunning. No. Like I said before, Big Brother carry I enter market this year. The girls looked so good. The guys, they were giving what they could, what they should. The party was on fire, even if I feel like, well, it's the first time they're all partying together, so they get a pass. They had fun while at it, and that's what's important. Party was fire. And then, after party shenanigans. So, Saturday night after party shenanigans. Every weekend, we look forward to the after party, how the housemates are able to handle their alcohol and how they react after having such a good time and, the whole euphoria from partying. The party comes to an end. Shout out to Guinness, House of Guinness, for sponsoring the Saturday night party. It was late. The housemates had a good time. Isabella was the party rocker for Saturday. Shout out to Thelma. Shout out to Kocho. Listen! Shout out to the 10 over 10 housemates as a whole, actually, because they all did put in the work and they did good. So, down to the shenanigans. After Saturday night party, next thing we're seeing Kaikuma. We're seeing Kaikumi and Isabella getting a little cozy, going a little rated 18 up, all touchy-feely and all of that. We're like, okay, I'm sat for this sheepo. And before we could even say, let's go on an ad break and come back, Kaikuma is downstairs. Kaikumi is downstairs sharing noodles with Thelma Havana. You see that gender, that Adam gender. And God go help you now. The next thing, Kaikumi is downstairs, and he's been shuttling between Thelma and Isabella. So apparently Isabella is his main chick and Thelma is the chick he's chasing at the moment, at least from what we can see. And Isabella, I think she was already going downstairs too, because she's in a good mood with her guy. So she was going downstairs to continue hanging out with him. And she peeps him sharing noodles with Thelma. Of course, that threw her off, put her in a bad mood. Next thing, Isabella goes upstairs to lie down. She's not in the mood. Kaikumi comes and tries to speak to her. Oh, babes, let's go downstairs. Why? What's up with your man? She's like, nothing. Babe, is everything okay? I'm fine. Babe, what is the matter? Nothing. No problem. Nothing. Sure, you don't do anything. So why are you asking me what's the problem? You don't know what thing you do. Isabella catches an attitude, as she should, of course, and refuses to go downstairs to join the party. Kaikumi tries to pacify her. Well, I guess that worked eventually, but not immediately, of course. Next thing, we're seeing Tracy complaining bitterly. Never yet Tracy talk for this house for close to 1 week before. And the first time I'm hearing her speak, Mama was complaining about big so not the little one. So apparently they've been in the friend group. They had a fallout earlier in the day. She was complaining to Ibi Fubara about Soso and how Soso told her off in the locker room, and she felt Soso came across as mean to her and she expected better from their friendship. Her feelings are, of course, valid. Ibi Fubara tries to make her see reasons, but she's the one who was made to feel the way she felt, so it's okay if she's not seeing reasons immediately as to why Soso would treat her in that manner. I think it was Ortega she was explaining to upstairs. Abi Soso comes in and she said, get my name out of your mouth. Stop talking about me. You have everything to say to everybody about me. Get my name out of your mouth.
Keep my wife's name out.
Wow. I want to do friendship for Big Brother house. It goes spoil. So yeah, there was a little back and forth there. We so trying to tell Tracy, don't speak on me, and Tracy is like, I'm gonna speak on my reality, and if you happen to be a part of it, then I'm gonna speak on it, and I totally rate that. I'm hoping in this coming week they find their way back to each other and resolve their issues. Yeah, moving on. Imisi. Imisi has a crush on a couple of guys in the house, but she was able to step up to Faith to express, not directly express, but she was all flirty with Faith in the dressing room. And Faith was trying to act like he's not seeing, they see the signal where this girl they give you. He's not reciprocating as he should. And then she brings up the conversation of her liking some other guy in the house and, how to approach him. And Faith tries to, give her a few tips on how to approach this guy she has interest in. And guys, you won't believe it if I said it, but K-Baba happens to have picked Mrs. Interest, and the next thing she goes to K-Baba in the kitchen. So he says, okay, I'm going to join you for conversations soon, and then they meet up in the garden for conversations. You see, obviously shy, but they had really good conversations, and yeah, K-Baba was really sweet with her, and they have a good friendship there. I mean, if for anything, not every relationship has to be intimate or romantic. Some relationships are okay to be just platonic, and I totally rate that, and I feel like Emisi has some real good people in her corner that she calls friends. We have the likes of K-Bubble, Faith, Dede, Midday, she just has her own little cute pod, and it's cute to see. It's actually nice to see. Yes. So moving on, we now have the Sabrina, Tega, and Sultana dynamic. I've always, seen Sabrina and Sultana as friends, and I didn't think a man would drive a train in between their friendship. But it seems like Ortega is trying to stress my sis mans, like Sabrina will say. Of course, there was a little hit up between Ortega and Sabrina was like, just leave me alone and go stay with her. Leave me alone, go stay with her. And I'm like, girl, calm down. But I mean, like I said, alcohol, condoms, and Guinness, they do things no be small. So yes, guys, relationships are forming, triangles are forming, friendships are forming, and breaking likewise. Tell me, what's your standout relationship so far? Is it Kaikumi and Isabella? Is it Kaikumi and Thelma? Is it Midday and Bright? Is it Kola and Dede, or Kola and Doris? Is it Sabrina and Ortega, or Ortega and Sultan? See, it's just the dating pool in that house is very, very messy. Hey, somebody should go and pour hypo and clean everything, please. Listen, the housemates are giving us so much. This new week 2, is about to be explosive. Of course, the game is about to get real. The voting lines are going to open soon. Housemates will be up, and unfortunately, your favorite housemate is going to leave on Sunday, unless, of course, you vote. There are no two ways about it at all. They had the live shows. It was all fun, good vibes. Ebuka shook some necessary tables, and the housemates responded accordingly. I totally rate it. Actually, Thelma emerges as head of house. Let's see if she's gonna be able to retain her title. Let's see how it plays out. And Thelma was very shady, guys. Thelma won HOH and picked Kaikumi, Isabella's Prince Charming, to spend her time in the HOH lounge with her. No be so that they do something. Now pity your river sister, my queen. Isabella, well, she hasn't spoken much on it, but we all know she's not taking it lightly at all. She's not happy about it. I'm just eager to see how that plays out. And for Thelma's good, she better defend her wins, because if they challenge her for that head of house and she loses it, me I go laugh. So guys, it's been nice chatting with you all, and share your thoughts. Let's keep the conversations going. Share your thought with me in the comments. What are you expecting from the housemates this week? What new ships do you think are going to form? What ships do you think are going to break? What are your expectations of the nominations? And who are your top housemates of week 1? Until our next chat, bye. I love you. Mwah.